We are live. The question I always start people off with is a nice, easy one for people on the British folk scene. Describe your first encounter with Martin Carthy. You can take encounter however you like.
I'm lying in my single bed, my teenage single bed, in Hemsworth, which at the time, and I still think probably is, was the constituency with the largest Labour majority in the country.
Right.
Where my father was a dispensing chemist. He used to sell broken arm ointment and driving test medicine and all sorts of nostrums like that. And I had some really nice built-in bookshelves, and I'd the bed got sort of shoved up against there at night. And right by my bedhead, I had an old Bakelite radio, a valve radio. The sort that took about 10 minutes to warm up, but gave you this comforting orange glow. And I would lie there after my homework was done, and after I'd said my prayers and the lights were out, and I would listen to John Peel very quietly, just loud enough to hear. Which in these days would be not loud enough to hear, but just loud enough to hear. And he played the bed making,
right,
off Crown of Horn, and this will be about 75 or 76.
Yeah.
And you're too young to remember that.
Yeah, I'm a 67 baby, so you're...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm born in the 50s just. So I'm at the really impressionable age, right? You know, almost all of my favourite records in the world were made in 1974 and 1975, and I can't help it. But unfortunately, this is a really, really dark time in the world of music because prog has put its satin cape on and disappeared across the edge of the universe. Blues and rock and roll have become stringy men in denim waistcoats with very stringy beards playing interminable 12 bars. And the stuff that was in what is laughingly called the pop charts is either complete novelty stuff. I have a feeling Joe Dolce wasn't very far off at that time. Or it was disco, which meant parades of people in ruffled waistcoats and and nylon shirts doing carefully choreographed dance moves slowly. So punk is about 12 months away across the horizon.
Yeah.
And suddenly there's Carthy. And he's playing a guitar hard enough to drive rivets through concrete walls in a way that I'd never heard a guitar played before. This isn't twinkly Paul Simon stuff. This is, this is driving it. And he's singing a song that isn't boy meets girl, boy loses girl, or that sort of stuff. No. Saturday night at the movies. This has got real spine and politics and spite and stories and people in. And I'm by that stage I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm gone. I mean, look, he's got all that. I'll blame him for all of that lot.
Everything there behind you. All the guitars, all the records, all the CDs, half the books.
Pretty much. They said he was too old. By his days ashore been softened, but the years came rolling off him as we left the Thames to lee. And crammed into the hold, we carried 3 years of provision for the regions undiscovered till we reached the Bering Sea. And I signed on board with Franklin after years of crewing whalers. He'd needed sailors who'd run those risks of old. and I knew the ways of ice. Oh, I knew the moods of water, how to whistle at the darkness and to muffle out the cold. To whistle at the darkness and to muffle out the cold. Now the first year of the journey wintered much as we'd foreseen it, and I will not demean it by pretending it was fun. So we filled the days with duty and with amateur dramatics and with quarter-deck gymnastics, a lantern for the sun, counting off the 100 days before tomorrow morning. Crouch beneath the awning as the spindrift fills your eyes, blanketed by darkness, far from open water, trying to keep the cold out while surrounded by the ice. Trying to keep the cold out while surrounded by the ice. In the second autumn we came smack upon the ice wall, tall as mountains of the moon, stretching far as we could see, and we cast from east to west, but we found no way around it and were forced to overwinter, hoping summer'd set us free. We lost some to the fever, to the scurvy lost some others. As the brothers weakened, so the white bears grew more bold, and we learned to fear the ice and the white bears and the water. The coming of the darkness in the prison of the cold. Coming of the darkness in the prison of the cold. That year without a summer, well, the ice pack only thickened, our resolution quickened for a siege we'd borne before, until by one and two and several more the numbers of us dwindled, and at last our courage failed us, washed up on that rocky shore. The crew without a skipper, once we scraped a grave for Franklin, scraped a grave for Franklin in that ever-frozen ground, locked inside the ice and full 5 miles from open water, huddled cold and shivering with the darkness all around, huddled cold and shivering with the darkness all around. The sun today, oh, it went down for the 3rd time. We mourn its loss the same way we've mourned our dying friends, in this deadly silent stillness, this utter desolation, oh, this cold hell of the Northman, the night that never ends. And 100 days will pass before it crawls to the horizon. Don't think a man of us will see the dawn unfold. Buried in the ice, oh, we will sink beneath the water, beaten by the darkness, defeated by the cold, beaten by the darkness and defeated by the cold. And looking sternly down on us. The moon is just a splinter, and tomorrow there will be no moon at all.
So what about your first encounter with Martin the person?
I think it was tantalising because I think it was probably a one-off gig upstairs in the Civic Hall in Barnsley by the Watersons, rather than him. This was not long after Pence and Spicy Ale, which was the first recording they did after he joined. And I think the guitar was in the case all evening, and he never touched it. The case was open, and it was propped there, and he only touched it a couple of times just to get the note. So,
yeah, I remember going to see Johnny Collins, and Johnny Collins would turn up with a guitar, and he'd take the time and tune it and open the case and sit it on the side, and I never saw him touch it. After that, it was just
there is a sequel. There is a sequel. I fast forward many years to the times when you and I were living in internal exile in Essex. And he played a one-off gig at a school in Great Dunmow. And it would have been one of those, fundraisers for the school bell tower or the swimming pool or whatever it was. And there was no support or anything like that. He was just him. The place was pretty well packed because lots of parents and all that.
Yeah.
And it was at a time when I wasn't playing very much. I was kind of otherwise occupied. And it was just fabulous. Absolutely in his pomp at that stage.
Yeah.
And I do remember these were in the days when you had to be up at really rather too early o'clock to get commuter trains and stuff like that. And I think I went home and fetched the guitar out and played till about 3 a.m. Just, This was off my first ever album, which is a cassette from Steve Morris Studios in Chelmsford, if you remember that one. I'm probably going to have to go and re-record the whole thing at some point. Well, did you ever open your eyes and think your lights had all turned green? And there were clouds of angels around your bed, if you understand what I mean. Oh, and that's the way it feels today, so please pinch me if I dream. After 99 years being sat on the bench, today I'm captain of the team. Oh, after 99 years being sat on the bench, today I'm captain of the team. Didn't take me a couple of ticks to do Sudoku in the Times, and then I helped him Rice get out of a fix when he was stuck for a couple of rhymes. Had a message from Billie Eilish, could she sing one of my songs? After 99 years of fluffing me catches, can't put a finger on. Oh, after 99 years of fluffing me catches, can't put a finger on. And then I sent me trucks into Sarajevo, and the convoy all got back. I had Stephen Hendry nailed to his seat by a clearance to the back, and I gave Jamie Oliver cookery lessons when his souffle wouldn't rise. After 99 years of rejection slips, tonight I'm the Booker Prize. Oh, after 99 years of rejection slips, tonight I'm the Booker Prize. Sharon Stone hanging on the phone, and there was Demi Moore banging on me door, and Britney Spears in floods of tears, and Sienna Miller begging me to thrill her on a date on Friday night. I had Jeffrey Boycott out first ball, foxed him in the flight. Linford Christie gasping in the dust, I give him 10-yard start. After 99 years of being a clown, tonight I'm Billy Smart. Oh, after 99 years of being a clown, tonight I'm Billy Smart. I couldn't be in a better humour if me uncle were the king. Oh, after 99 years of wearing a frown, can't do a thing but grin. Oh, and that's the way it feels today, and it don't get better than this. After 99 years of being a frog, tonight's the princess's kiss. After 99 years